What if you could own a stunning, architect-designed wooden home shaped like a triangle, sitting on your own land for less than $70,000? Not a tiny box, not a converted van, not a glorified shed. A real home. With soaring ceilings, massive floor-to-ceiling windows, a loft sleeping area, and a design so dramatic your neighbors will slow down to stare every single time they drive past. These are A-frame homes, and in 2026, with the right approach, this dream is closer to reality than you might think. But here's the part nobody talks about. There are real costs hiding behind those beautiful Instagram photos that can quietly double your budget if you are not paying attention. In this video, we are going to walk you through everything. What these homes actually cost, where the savings are real, where the traps are, the best kit options on the market right now, and how to make a triangular wooden home genuinely work under $70,000. Stay with us until the very end because the final section on how to keep your total all-in budget under that number is the most important part of this entire video. Before we go any further, if you are new here, welcome to Affordable Homes and Plans, the channel where we break down real home building costs without the fluff. Hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell so you never miss a video like this one. And if you find this content useful, drop a comment below telling us where you are watching from. We love hearing from our community. What is an A-frame home, and why is it having a moment in 2026? Let us start from the beginning. An A-frame home, also called a triangular wooden home, is a structure where the roof line begins at or very near the foundation and rises steeply to meet at a central ridge at the top, forming the shape of the letter A when you look at it from the front or back. The roof is also the wall. That is the defining feature of this design, and it is the reason these homes are both structurally strong and visually striking. A-frame homes were originally inspired by Nordic and Alpine architecture, and they gained massive popularity in the United States in the 1950s and 1960s as affordable vacation homes. In 2026, they are experiencing a full-scale revival. Remote work culture has pushed more people toward off-grid and rural living. Short-term rental platforms have made these eye-catching structures into high-income investment properties, and a new generation of prefab kit companies has made them more accessible than ever before. The triangular geometry does more than look good. The steep pitch allows snow, rain, and debris to slide off effortlessly, which means lower maintenance costs over time. The structure distributes weight evenly to the ground, reducing the need for interior load-bearing walls and creating the open floor plans people love. And because the design requires fewer framing materials per square foot than a traditional box-shaped home, it is genuinely one of the more cost-efficient shapes you can build. What does an A-frame wooden home actually cost in 2026? Here is where we have to be honest with you, and where a lot of videos on this topic fall short. Let us separate the kit price from the all-in cost because they are very different numbers. A-frame cabin kit prices in 2026 range widely. Small kits under 500 square feet start at around $10,000 to $25,000. Medium kits in the 500 to 1,200 square foot range typically cost $25,000 to $60,000. Larger or more feature-rich kits for 1,200 square feet and above can run $60,000 to over $150,000. So, yes, on paper, the kit price for a medium A-frame can land comfortably under $70,000. But here is what those kit prices do not include, and this is critical. Most A-frame kit prices exclude site preparation, foundation work, utility connections, interior finishes, plumbing fixtures, electrical work, drywall, flooring, cabinetry, countertops, and professional labor. Site preparation alone, covering land surveying, clearing, grading, and foundation, can add $20,000 to $40,000, depending on your land and location. Building permits typically cost $500 to $2,000 for new residential construction. Trade labor for electricians, plumbers, and HVAC technicians adds thousands more. According to Home Guide data updated in early 2026, The per square foot cost to build an A-frame from scratch using professional labor runs from $100 to $300 per square foot. That means a 700 square foot A-frame with professional labor could realistically cost $70,000 to $210,000 fully finished. The lower end of that range requires small square footage, modest finishes, low-cost land, and significant hands-on involvement from the homeowner. So, can you genuinely land under $70,000 all in? Yes, but it requires a specific strategy. We will cover exactly that in the final section. The real advantages of building triangular. Let us talk about what makes this shape genuinely worth considering beyond the aesthetics. Construction speed is one of the biggest practical advantages. Because A-frame structures use pre-engineered trusses and roof panels that double as walls, framing moves 30 to 50% faster than a conventional home of comparable size. Small A-frame shells have been raised in 3 to 7 days with a crew of 2 to 4 people. That speed translates directly into lower labor costs on the construction site. Energy efficiency is another real benefit. The compact envelope of an A-frame minimizes surface area relative to interior volume, which means less heat escapes in winter and less heat enters in summer. Properly insulated A-frames can achieve up to 40% less air leakage than conventionally framed homes. The steep roof pitch is also ideal for solar panel installation, which can significantly reduce long-term utility costs. South-facing floor-to-ceiling windows, a common design feature in A-frames, can reduce heating costs by 20 to 30% in colder climates through passive solar gain. Durability is often underestimated in these homes. The triangular structure is inherently one of the strongest geometric forms in construction. It handles heavy snow loads, resists strong winds, and, when built to code, is just as structurally sound as a traditional home. Well-maintained A-frame wooden homes regularly last 50 years or more. Rental income potential is something serious investors are paying attention to in 2026. The distinctive visual character of A-frame homes makes them highly attractive for short-term rental platforms. Their Instagram-worthy silhouette drives above-average booking rates compared to conventional cabin designs in similar locations. If your goal is an investment property that pays for itself, a well-placed A-frame is a genuinely competitive option. The honest limitations you need to know. We do not believe in selling you on any home type without giving you the full picture. So here are the real limitations of A-frame living. Storage space is legitimately limited. Because the sloping walls narrow toward the floor, wall space for built-in cabinets and shelving is scarce. Upper kitchen cabinets are particularly difficult to install. This is solvable with creative furniture choices and outdoor storage structures, but it requires intentional planning. Upper floor space is restricted. The steep roof line means the upper loft area, often marketed as a bedroom, has limited headroom toward the edges. It functions well as a sleeping area, but is not ideal as a full-featured room. Interior angles can be challenging to decorate and furnish. Standard rectangular furniture and shelving units do not always fit cleanly against angled walls, which can make the interior feel more limited than the square footage suggests. Wood maintenance is ongoing. Exterior wooden surfaces need regular sealing and inspection to prevent moisture intrusion and protect against wood-boring insects. Budgeting for annual exterior maintenance is advisable. Financing can sometimes be more complicated. Some lenders treat non-traditional home designs differently during appraisal and mortgage qualification. It is worth confirming early with your lender that they are comfortable with the structure type before you commit. Kit options worth knowing in 2026. The kit market for A-frame homes has matured considerably. There are several categories of products available depending on your goals and budget. For buyers prioritizing value and a genuine one-bedroom configuration, medium-sized kits in the 500 to 800 square foot range from suppliers like Viking Structures have been noted as a strong value-for-money option in the kit market. These typically include the structural components, roof panels, hardware, windows, and doors, with interior finishes sold separately. Matty Homes, based in Singapore with an Italian design origin, offers a highly regarded modular A-frame that can be fully installed, including plumbing and electrical, in as little as 6 hours. Their one-bedroom configuration is priced around $40,000 for the structure, with full installation services running an additional $12,000 to $30,000 depending on the model. That puts a complete, move-in ready Matty home for a single bedroom in the range of $52,000 to $70,000, which lands right at our target number before land and site costs. At the smaller and more affordable end, the Bivy A-frame starts at around $19,000 for the base shell and comes with a triangular picture window, wood-paneled interior, and natural ventilation. It is available on a trailer option for mobile placement. It is a micro cabin rather than a full home, but for a short-term rental investment or off-grid retreat, it represents genuine value. Den, a New York-based company, offers A-frame plans and micro cabin kits designed for DIY assembly. Their products are well regarded for ease of construction and are a reasonable starting point for hands-on builders who want to source some materials independently. We want to be transparent that kit pricing changes, and we recommend requesting current quotes directly from each supplier. The figures shared here reflect information available as of 2026, but supply chain conditions and material costs do shift. How to genuinely build an A-frame. Under $70,000, all in. This is the section we promised you at the start, and it requires honest, realistic thinking. Getting to a completed, livable A-frame wooden home for under $70,000 all in is achievable, but it involves several conditions aligning at once. Here is the strategy that makes it work. Keep your square footage modest. A target of 400 to 700 square feet is the realistic zone for hitting the $70,000 mark. Going larger increases both kit costs and finishing costs. The sweet spot for an affordable A-frame is a well-designed compact footprint, not a sprawling one. Choose land in a rural or lower-cost area. Land cost is not included in the $70,000 target we are discussing here, and rightfully so since land prices vary enormously. But your land choice directly affects site preparation costs. Flat, already cleared rural land with accessible utilities will keep your site prep costs closer to $15,000 to $25,000. Wooded, sloped, or remote land can easily add $30,000 to $50,000 in site costs before a single panel goes up. Do significant work yourself. The biggest lever you have on total cost is labor. If you have basic carpentry skills, or are willing to learn, handling your own interior finishing, painting, flooring, and trim work can save $10,000 to $25,000 on a small build. This is where kit designs genuinely help because their pre-cut, pre-engineered components reduce the technical difficulty of the structural work. Choose standard finishes. Concrete floors instead of hardwood. Open wood-paneled ceilings instead of drywall. Simple fixed shelving instead of custom cabinetry, and a basic bathroom package all keep costs inside the budget. These choices also often complement the rustic modern character of an A-frame design very naturally. Budget honestly and add a contingency. Experienced builders consistently recommend adding 10 to 15% to your projected cost for unexpected expenses. On a $60,000 build target, that means keeping your projected spend at $52,000 to $55,000 to leave room for the surprises every build encounters. Get your permits early. Permit costs typically run $500 to $2,000 for residential construction, but delays in the permitting process can add months to your timeline and associated holding costs. Start the permit process before you order your kit. A-frame wooden homes are one of the most genuinely exciting and structurally honest design options available to affordable home builders in 2026. The triangular form is not just beautiful, it is efficient, durable, fast to build, and increasingly supported by a mature market of kit suppliers who have made the process more accessible than any point in history. Getting under $70,000 all in is real, but it requires a modest footprint, a hands-on approach to finishing work, favorable land conditions, and disciplined budgeting. Go in with clear eyes on what the kit price includes and excludes, and you will be in a much stronger position than most people who start this journey. If this video helped you understand what is actually possible, hit the like button. It tells us to keep making content like this. Subscribe if you are not already part of this community, and leave a comment telling us whether you are considering an A-frame as a primary home, a vacation cabin, or a rental investment. We read every comment and love hearing where you are in the process. We will see you in the next one.